Hello, everyone. How are you doing? I am Eva, and we are live on LinkedIn right now and also on YouTube. I don't know if you follow us on YouTube, if you're subscribed to our channel, but this is us. So I'm Eva, and I'm in charge of the company called Resource. And the idea is to help beauty brands develop a sustainable product. So today, we are going to talk about sustainability, beauty, and misconceptions. I'm going to wait a few seconds and maybe ask you where you are connecting from, where you're based. And also, I will answer the question at the end. But I will ask you, what are the misconceptions that you see the most about beauty and sustainability and that you find really annoying that they're still circulating? What are the things that you see already happening in the beauty sphere? And I'm going to ask you, comment on this, and then I will answer to that after this first part of the presentation. And then on the second part of the presentation, I will show you something different. In the meantime, in the comment section, tell me where you are connecting from. Welcome. So today we're going to talk about sustainable beauty and misconceptions. What does it mean? What sustainability means actually? Because I find a lot of things online about sustainability and what people want to do about sustainable product development and the way they market their product. And I think it's interesting to see what is at stake. So today we're gonna talk about, first I'm gonna welcome you and intro and explain to you why we are here. Then we're gonna talk about sustainability, beauty, misconception. And then we're gonna talk about resource. As you know, sustainability is complex. But are you confident about your product portfolio? Are you confident with your marketing regarding sustainability and beauty? Are you confident with your sustainability strategy? Do you have one? Do you have a sustainable strategy in place? Have you put something in place regarding sustainability? How are you working regarding sustainability? What are you putting in place? Is it working for you? So this is, and maybe you've tried to talk to your suppliers about this, and they give you information about materials, about different way you can develop your product. Maybe you talk to consultants, or maybe you've been to conferences or talks online about sustainability, or like maybe something like this one, and still you're not sure about what to do with sustainability. Do you have, honestly, are you sure 100%? Are you 100% confident about your sustainability journey? I don't know. I feel a lot of people I talk to, I still are confused because sustainability is really complex. So at the end of our time together today, you'll be able to have a better understanding of what's really at stake regarding sustainability and beauty, because we only focus on sustainability and beauty. Then you will be able to find a solution to answer sustainability, product development, and marketing for beauty. And then your time is very valuable. So if you don't work in sustainability and beauty, I would say thank you, but maybe it's time for you to pass on. But if you're really involved in marketing, product development, and innovation, maybe stay here. We're going to talk together. And again, after the first part of the presentation, there will be interaction where I will answer your questions. I can already see some people interacting. So what do we see? So who am I? I've been working in the beauty industry for 15 years, and I have a huge network of suppliers on the packaging side, on the ingredient side, but also on the brands. I've been working in events and media. And so today I really want to help brand marketers decipher and master sustainability to make informed decision, build stronger portfolio and stronger marketing claims, because I find there's a lot of greenwashing out there. It's not your fault. It's nobody's fault, but just because we don't really know what to do or what to say, and we want to follow the crowd as well. So we tend to do that. And I want to give you to be able to keep the competitive edge in your market. So that's why we offer courses, tailored workshops, and consulting services. All of my details are here. They're going to be at the end as well if you need. So what are the sustainability misconceptions that I find, I can say, a bit annoying, to say the least? For me, one of the first one would be the simple claims work best. Thinking that the simpler, the easiest, and the better, the easiest. Like if you make it like really clear, really simple, people are gonna understand what you mean. And to me, simplified green claims means greenwashing. Because if we simplify too much, then we're hiding a bit of the message. And for instance, these are an example of claims that I see around. I'm not saying that this is bad. I'm just saying that we need to do a bit better. Like the zero waste claim. Technically speaking, when you talk about marketing and when you talk about claims, you need to take into consideration the full life cycle of the product. And actually, zero waste is not achievable today because you create waste when you produce your product, when you manufacture it, when you source your ingredients, when you source your material. Everything you do creates waste. And when the consumer is going to use your product, is going to use water, electricity, whatever else when they use your product. So it's not technically zero waste, but it's rather low waste or waste reduction. That would be better. That's why I find the simplistic claims kind of a bit greenwashing in a sense because it doesn't draw the full picture. So it's the same for natural. Everything is natural. Okay, natural ingredients is interesting. Natural marketing, natural material is interesting. But is it really the way to go? Give you an example. Like if you say you just want to go natural and not synthetic anymore in your formula, and then you buy, I don't know, an ingredient from a specific plant, maybe one day your ingredients or the plant in itself is going to be is going to be depleted because there's not going to be enough of them to be cultivated or to be grown, and so this is going to cause a huge impact on the supply and the on the chain overall, on the biodiversity as well. So moving all natural is not necessarily the best answer. There are a few answers that you can explore, but again, in the sense of the simplified green claims, going all in or all out or all positive or all negative is not really good. We need to input a little bit of nuance in the way we talk about sustainability. Like biodegradable, for instance, now is a claim that is highly regulated in Europe, also in the US and in other places. Another claim that is dangerous to make as well is zero plastic. Why? Because if you say today that your brand is going to use zero plastic, maybe today as an indie brand or as a smaller range, you won't use plastic, but maybe tomorrow you will, because we're not able to make any what's the word any pump without plastic. For instance, today we still need plastic to make a good pump, a good functioning pump, and there are some elements of your packaging of your line that needs plastic to function. So the problem is not plastic but is waste, is the way we manage waste. So that's why in that sense, talking about recyclable as well, saying that your product is 100% recyclable is not exactly true, because it doesn't mean something is recyclable that is going to get recycled. That's why you need to input a bit of nuance into your claims and into the way you talk about sustainability. Like you can say, this packaging is deemed 100% recyclable, but we know that in some places in the world, it may not be recycled. So check locally or make sure you put your product, your packaging in the right bin or in the right discarding system so it will get recycled. Something like this. I don't know. I'm just saying like this is an example of the thing you should do. And we are going to cover that in the packaging course because each time we talk about materials or trends or anything to do with innovation, we give you insights about marketing claims and how you can make them regarding beauty and your packaging. Now I want to talk about recyclable. I've already touched a bit about that. It doesn't mean it's going to get recycled. Because give you a big picture how recycling works. There is the ballistic separation, like when everything comes together. Like all the products, the mix packaging sorted, from the household. So you've got the paper mixed with plastic, mixed with glass. Sometimes in the UK it's with glass. Glass is separate in France, for instance, or in Germany. It depends on the country where they separate all the collection, but in some countries everything is collected together. So imagine the mess that it comes in when it comes to a sorting plant. So that's why even at this ballistic separation, where they separate all of the material together, plastic, paper, metal, glass, etc., there's a loss of product as well. Everything that is under 5 or 2 centimeters is going to get lost into the system. Then after the ballistic separation, you've got the metal separation, like the aluminum compared to other types of metal, to steel, etc. Or glass will be separated. And then on another level, you have the optical separation for all the plastics, the different types of PP, HDPE, PET. They will be separated together. And then if after that they still have some stuff that are not being selected by machine because it will be automatically managed by machine, then there's a manual sorting where people would just look at what's, it will be, there will be like a something passing on in front of them, and they will check whether the material needs to go on one bin or on another, and then it's going to be sorted. And then after that, everything is put into bowls, bales, I guess it would say, bales of material, paper, plastics, different types of plastics sorted in separate bales. Then you will have the metal, and then you will have the any other types of packaging. Again, we're going to talk about the recycling regarding beauty, because beauty is very specific, and in all of that, in all of these different stages of recycling, or a lot of beauty products are lost in between because they're either too complex or they're either too complex or they're not recyclable, or they're too small, etc. So they don't really end up in any sorting or recycling at the end. So it's really damaging. It's really important that you understand how recycling works and what makes your beauty product recyclable before you can claim that it's actually recyclable. And again, more on this, we cover this with three modules with three different topics inside the packaging course, because we think that it's tremendously important to understand how to design better products so that your products are recycled. Sorry for my wording. Then there are some examples of innovation in the market of recycle-ready designs. Monomaterial with the pumps here. You have with the pumps, and the body of this packaging is fully in the same material. It's a grade of PP, I think. So everything is going to be recycled on this one. It's the same idea here. You have a airless system, a pump, and inside everything they made it like in the same grade of plastic, meaning that this is fully recyclable. It's the same here. This is like a jar, and then the jar would be 100% recyclable. You have to know that PP, PET, HDPE, and LDPE are widely recycled. For other types of material, it's a bit more complex, and sometimes it doesn't get recycled. It doesn't get actually recycled. And metallization, heavy decor, product restitution, etc. This is going to impact the way products are being recycled. So it's not because something is recyclable, it's actually recycled. So you need to make sure that when you make that claim, you make it really clear what gets recycled. And one of the claims I would make would be like, this packaging is partly recyclable, or this packaging is deemed recyclable, and tell a way to consumers to help them recycle them. But 100% recyclable is highly unlikely today. I'm not saying tomorrow is not unlikely, but today, as it is today, it's really highly unlikely. One of the other misconceptions is like biodegradable packaging is better for the planet. Is it really better for the planet? I don't know. So biodegradable packaging, or other said industrially compostable packaging. So consumers today expect a lot of biodegradable packaging and formulation because they want to remove waste out of their life. They want to decrease the waste that they are generating themselves. So they're going to look for solutions that you offer as a brand to offer something that is completely, that will degrade naturally. That's why the appeal for biodegradable material is really important right now. But we need to be really you need to consider the way we're going to develop our product to make sure that they're actually completely biodegradable. Example of biodegradable material, you have cardboard, you have biodegradable resins, you have biocompounds from wood, sugarcane, coconut waste, or other organic waste, for instance. But the issue with this material is like recycling. How do you recycle them? If you put any of this, biodegradable resin or this new kind of resins in the regular recycling, chances are that they may not be recycled. Because let's say that you take a plastic, a resin that is a natural resin, like an example for this one. What does it look like to you? I don't know if you can hear the sound, but to me, honestly, it looks like plastic. And it's okay, it's not bad. But it just means like after you use that product, you've had this product in your cupboards, in your beauty bathroom for like 6 months or 3 months, or I don't know, whatever. And then at the end, what do you do with this product? You may think, it looks like plastic, so I'm going to discard it and put it in the regular bin. I mean, the recycling bin. But then if you do that, you're going to degrade the recycling content because it's not the same material, it's not the same molecule. And then if this is identified as PP or HDP or whatever, it will degrade the quality of the recycling in the end. That's why, as we could see in recycling, they separate all the material upon different types of material. And so it's really important to, communicate really clearly about the recycling of this and the discarding of this product, because you want to make sure that if you use biodegradable, that the product is actually going to be biodegradable. And another thing is like, because biodegradable material I've got thick walls, this is an example, this is quite a thick wall. Then by the time this gets recycled, it's not like a film, so it's quite heavy. So you can't really put it in your garden and expect it to degrade. It will degrade eventually, honestly. It will degrade after maybe 2-3 years, I don't know. But it will take time, because usually this type of material for beauty, because they are heavier and thicker than films, then they need to be industrially composted. And today, this is not available everywhere in the world, and not everybody is aware of this. So it's quite tricky. Decoration also, if you decorate really heavily your cardboard or your biodegradable resins or whatever, it can impair the recyclability. It can make it void actually, and made it actually even more damaging for the product, for the soil, or for the environment. And then soil versus marine degradation is not the same. Is your product going to be degradable in marine environment or in regular environment, in the soil? This all depends, and this is not super really clear right now. And in 5 years' time, we may be there and it will be easy. But today, biodegradability is a very kind of touchy claim and a misconception that we think it's easy. It's not that easy. And also, there is a formula compatibility. Make sure that this product is going to be compatible with your formula, whether it's oil-based, water-based, whatever your formula is like, if it's powder, if it's dry, if it's liquid, and this really depends. And we talk about more into the material section of the packaging course, because we want to cover that. And again, here are some example of the thing that we cover, or the new innovations. The Shareworks have developed Vivomer, which is like a biodegradable material from waste of a bacteria. Basically, the bacteria are eating something, and whatever they reject is this material. They used this to make it a packaging. There is also Sulapac, the well-known Sulapac, which is a wood resin compound that degrade completely over time. And you have the newcomer as well, the Miscellaneous packaging. Not the newcomer, it's been here for some time, but this one is more like for transportation. And honestly, I use that product. It's really like it degrades really quickly. So this one, I would say, is fully garden waste compostable, because it's actually mushroom, and it will degrade really easily. So these are 3 types of packaging. They have different aspects, different use. But the problem with the Miscellaneous packaging is like it degrades really quickly. So transporting with it is really like sensitive. So you need to add it more cover around it, like maybe paperboard or something, to make sure that this is gonna survive the transportation. If you transport from one side of the earth to the other, it might be a bit tricky. Anyway, these are some examples. So have you got more answers now? Do you think like you answer better about, this is giving you more visibility about sustainability? Do you understand what sustainability is a bit better now, or do you have questions? I'm going to go back to LinkedIn and check on the questions that you have. And then I'm going to go to the second part of the meeting. So I'm on LinkedIn now, checking your questions. Thank you, Eileen. Nice to see you. I can't see any questions, so I'm going to keep going. Then I'm going to go to the next section. So why are we doing this? Because I found that honestly, sustainability is really complex. It's really difficult. As I said, you don't have all the answers. Are you confident about your product portfolio, about your marketing and your sustainability strategy? Are you 100% confident about this? So we realize that actually sustainability Your role is to tackle waste, to make sure that your consumer will be able to tackle the waste that you generate with your beauty brand. You need to build a bulletproof messaging. You need to find the right solution for your brand and your portfolio. You need to know where you start and what to tackle next. You need to build a strategy that delivers. You need to develop products that will remain relevant in the marketplace and need to bring change. Are you okay? Are you holding on tight? Are you not too stressed out right now? Because this is super stressful. Honestly, if I had to do all of this, I wouldn't know where to start. I would be really stressed. Are you still lost about the options and the messaging for your brand? You may have tried asking information to your supplier. You may have been to events, conferences, innovation talk. You may follow trends online. You may even follow me online. But is it enough? Are you doing enough? So what if you could find all the answers you need in one place? What if tomorrow I can say to you, here, there you go, you've got all the answers, and and after 8 weeks, you'll be able to know what to do next for your brand. Maybe to know where to start to develop your brand better. We have developed online courses. The first one is the packaging course, where we talk about sustainability and beauty packaging. We give you an introduction about look at the purpose of packaging and the history through the years. We review the consumer trends and we help you understand what consumer really want and really expect from your packaging. Then we talk about the life cycle, because as I said earlier, if you remember, in your marketing claims, you need to talk about life cycle. It's not enough to just claim a part of your packaging, like my packaging is zero waste. It's not really true, because if you look at the entire life cycle, you have created waste and consumers are going to get waste, going to create waste. So you need to look at the packaging life cycle, but what does it mean? Then we're going to cover materials. I've talked about recyclable. I've talked about biodegradable. We're going to cover that in depth in the packaging course to help you cut through the confusion, have a deep dive into materials for a sustainable future, recyclable, recycled, bio-based, plastic-free, etc. And then we're going to talk about recycling. How does recycling works? How does it work? How do I know that my product is going to get recycled? How do you know? It's still very confusing. So that's what we want to talk about. And alongside the recycling, we're going to talk about innovation regarding recycling, because there's a lot of brands right now that are developing new innovation, collective, consortium coming together to talk about and to tackle this recycling issue regarding beauty. So we're going to talk about that. And then on the recycling plus, we're going to talk about the chemical recycling and a new technology about recycling right now. There's very interesting and exciting innovations coming in the market. And then we're going to have live lessons all throughout the course. We give you interviews with beauty brands that have done their pledge towards sustainability. They've done work, and they give us their live lessons, and they give you their testimony, and they interview about what it takes to be sustainable. And then at the end, we give you an innovation review, because I don't know if you remember, but I said that I've been in the industry for 15 years, and I know all the suppliers. I know everybody in the beauty industry, and I've been working in the industry for 15 years, so I know all the people, and I keep in touch about the trends, but also the innovation, to help you understand what innovations are coming on the market, what is currently interesting in terms of innovation, and what you should pick for your brand. And I will give you my own personal opinion about the innovations and why I think they're interesting sometimes, and why I think they're a better move than what we have before. So yeah, that's what we do. So this is an 8 weeks course, online course, live session with expert and VIP, and a community. And until the end of this week, until Friday evening, we have a 20% discount on the course right now. So after this session, if you can just send us an email to the contact form on our website, or book a session with us. Saffron is probably doing putting the link on LinkedIn, etc. Then book a session with us, and we're going to give you this 20% discount that is only available until Friday. And then we believe that we can give you freedom through the power of knowledge. That's what we want to do. We want to give you freedom to find the right answers and to do the right answers about sustainability. Okay, this is an example of how it works. So once you're connected, once you're online on the platform, this is how it's going to work. And on the side here, you have all the topics that we cover. And this is an example of the topic, sustainable packaging, a crash course. And here is why are we doing this? And then the second part is the video. And on the video, so first we have a report that you can read. And then the second part, you have a video with our experts, because we talk to experts and we connect you with them. And in a sense, they explain to you what they mean about the presentation. So, and usually the video are like between 5 to 20 minutes to give you an ability to be able to go on and through the course easily. That's it. And can I go to a testimonial? Maybe I can show you a testimonial. Yeah, let me stop here. I'm going to change my share screen.
Not do the things that sound good and people want to hear. We want to do the right thing.
I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to share something else.
And the only way that you can do that is to get fact check.
Alors, just a second. Sorry. Bit of So this is one of our clients, and look what she says about the course.
Information without anyone influencing you. So it's really good to have this consolidated in a place where you talk to several suppliers and then you extract your learnings from it. It's not something that I think any other forum provides. So it was very enriching. And another thing is obviously not everybody might know this, but in the Molton Brown marketing and packaging technology team, we are super sustainability savvy. We know a lot, we learn a lot, we spend a lot of time on the topic, but there was a huge amount of information in the course that was new to us and very enriching to us regardless.
Okay, so you can see that our clients are really learning a lot from the course. So that's what we want to show you, and we can send you the testimonial and show you what's it. So there you go. Yeah, I didn't show it full screen, but I can send you the presentation. This presentation can be sent to you at the end of the presentation. Okay, so next step, we're going to send you the 20% off if you want to join. And also, I want to tell you that we separated the course in 3 parts now. So if you think the course is too big for you and you actually know some information about something, you want to focus on recycling or just innovation or maybe just material, now we have made the course, we split the course in 3 parts and it's available on our website now. The only difference is like this is full price if you get the separate modules, but if you get the course, you get a 20% off. So now I'm going to go to the questions. Thank you, Saffron, for hosting in the background and helping me follow that. How can brand? Is it the one? Yeah. Okay. Alors, this is Sam Wilson, product development at Liquid Glide. How can brand imply luxury packaging while avoiding excess material decor and metallization? Consumers aren't aware that these things impact packaging sustainability and might see some of these alternatives as cheap. Yes, that's a very interesting point. That's very good, because and this is the problem with the beauty world, that we find that the beauty brands are reluctant to move to some solutions, including the biodegradable or like this certain materials, because they look a bit less luxurious. You have less ability to make decoration about this, and you can't do metallization or something like this. So and it's true that consumers find this quite cheap. And also there's something else as well, like alongside that, like when you do like a lipstick or a mascara, the brands, what they do, they tend to like add a weight inside the packaging, because so that the mascara looks a bit heavier. And nowadays, the weight is like usually it's made of steel or aluminum or like a metal to make it really heavy. And now what we're trying to do, we're trying to remove that weight to make it like more easy to recycle, etc. But it means that the packaging in the end looks really cheap. And so I think that this is educational, that you need to do to your consumers. You need to educate them. And one of the trends that I see coming up in the market right now is like we can see a lot of like brands moving to like sensorial packaging and packaging that looks a bit more natural. And maybe if you move towards that, maybe there's a way to promote a more sustainable idea. But it depends how your brand looks like. Honestly, Sam, I really advise you, go into my website and book a strategy session with me, and maybe we can talk about it in detail together. Then I can give you a bit more thorough answer about this and help you understand what it takes. But to me, I think this resides in the education. We need to educate consumers. We can't go around it anymore now, and we need to start educating them about the choice that we make regarding sustainability. It may be easier for some brands, like brands that have been natural from the beginning, that have a more like rough feel, if you like. But if you are very luxurious, if you work in makeup, for instance, it might be a bit tricky to have no metallization or no shininess or glitter. It might be really hard for you to avoid all of that. So I think you need to try with one product, maybe something like this. But again, Sam, talk to me, book a session on the website, and then we can discuss that. And Saffron, I just put the course, the discount code, which will be available only until the end of the week. And the course is starting next Wednesday. We already have people signed up from Germany, from the US, from Singapore. So join us. Okay, I think that's it. I don't see any more questions. So if you need anything from us, we are easily available on the website. You can find us, contact us, book a session with us, or ask us anything. And we're going to keep talking about these kind of things on LinkedIn. So honestly, feel free to contact us. Feel free to keep in touch and follow me on LinkedIn, because I used to, I put a lot of news about sustainability as well. So put the follow button on LinkedIn and Instagram. All right. Thank you very much, Sam. Yeah, Sam, please connect. Thank you very much, everybody, for your time. Thank you for taking time. This time I wanted to make it short, half an hour. I didn't want to take too much of your time. Have a good afternoon. Thank you for being with us. Have a good end of the day or whatever time it is on your side, and speak soon. You take care. And we are here to build a better future, and we hope to help you do that. You take care. Bye-bye.